The gas station sat on a stretch of Route 66 that the map seemed to have forgotten. It was a box of dirty glass and flickering neon, surrounded by an ocean of black pine trees. Elias needed the money. That was the only reason he was there at 11:55 p.m., staring at the laminated sheet of paper taped to the counter. The manager, a man with a smile that showed too many teeth, had left it there before disappearing into the back office. "Just follow the list, kid," he'd said, "and whatever you do, don't disturb me in the back until sunrise." Elias adjusted his knapsack. He looked down at the list. It wasn't a list of cleaning duties. The rules: 1. Lock the front doors at exactly midnight. Do not unlock them for anyone. 2. If you hear tapping on the glass, turn up the radio. 3. If the lights in the parking lot go out, count to 10. Do not look outside until you reach 10:4. The man in the trench coat is not a customer. Do not make eye contact. 5. Most important. If anyone begs to come in because it is chasing them, ignore them. It is already watching you. Elias scoffed, hazing the new guy classic. He looked at the digital clock on the register. 11:59 p.m. Outside, the wind howled, slamming rain against the glass. The darkness beyond the pumps felt heavy, like a physical weight pressing against the station. The clock ticked to 12 am. Click. Elias locked the double glass doors. He felt foolish, but the silence of the station was unnerving. The only sound was the low hum of the slushy machine and the rhythmic thrum of the rain. 1:30 am. The first rule was tested. Tap, tap, tap. It came from the window behind the magazine rack. A slow, deliberate rhythm. Elias froze. He looked over. A finger of palette, impossibly long, with a blackened nail, was tapping against the glass. Just a finger, no hand, no arm, just a finger pressing out of the darkness. Elias's breath hitched. He fumbled for the radio knob and cranked the volume. Static and old jazz filled the room, drowning out the sound. When he looked back, the finger was gone. A greasy smear was left on the outside of the glass. "Okay," Elias whispered, his hand shaking. "Okay, it's just a prank." 3:15 am. The exterior lights died. The parking lot plunged into total abyss. Elias squeezed his eyes shut. 1, 2, 3. He could hear something heavy dragging itself across the gravel outside. Scrape, drag, scrape. 6. A guttural growl vibrated through the thin walls. It sounded wet, hungry. 7, 8, 9, 10. The lights flickered back on. The parking lot was empty, but the metal trash can by pump number 4 had been crushed flat like a soda can. Elias retreated behind the counter. He gripped a tire iron he found under the register. He looked towards the back office door. It was slightly ajar. Darkness spilled out from it. He wanted to run in there to wake the manager to quit, but the rule echoed in his head. "Don't disturb me until sunrise." 4:45 am. The climax. Blue and red lights flashed in the distance. A police cruiser skidded into the lot, screeching to a halt near the door. Elias stood up, relief washing over him. Thank God. A police officer burst out of the car. He didn't look right. His uniform was torn. He was bleeding from his forehead. He sprinted toward the glass doors, slamming his fists against them. "Open the door," the officer screamed. His voice was raw with terror. "Kid, you have to open the door. It's right behind me." Elias reached for the keys. He took a step forward, then he stopped. Rule number 5. If anyone begs to come in because it is chasing them, ignore them. "Please," the officer was crying now. He pulled his gun, but he didn't aim it at Elias. He aimed it at the darkness behind him. "It's coming. Open the goddamn door." Elias looked past the officer. Emerging from the shadows of the tree line was a shape. It was tall, skeletal. Its limbs had too many joints. It moved with a twitchy, spider-like speed. Its face was a blur of pale skin and hollow eyes. The scratcher, the creature let out a shriek that shattered the air. "Open it," the officer begged, his eyes locking with Elias's. "Help me." Elias's heart hammered against his ribs. Every instinct screamed at him to open the door, to save the man, to be a human being. The rules were insane. The rules were wrong. A monster was outside, and a man was dying. "I'm sorry," Elias whispered, backing away. "I can't." "No." The creature lunged, but it didn't attack the officer. It leaped over the officer, It slammed into the glass doors with the force of a freight train. The glass shattered. Elias screamed and fell back, covering his head. The creature, the tall, pale nightmare, Ray, scrambled over the broken glass. Ignoring the screaming officer, ignoring Elias, it sprinted on all fours, straight over the counter. It wasn't attacking Elias. It was charging at the back office door. The back office door flew open before the creature could reach it, and the manager stepped out. But it wasn't the manager anymore. His jaw unhinged, dropping down to his chest. His skin split open like a cheap suit, revealing rows of jagged, shark-like teeth and writhing black tentacles underneath. The thing wearing the manager's skin let out a roar that sounded like 1,000 screaming voices. Elias realized the truth too late. The rules, they weren't there to protect Elias from the outside. They were there to keep Elias inside, to keep him marinated in fear, to keep him fresh for the thing living in the back room. The creature, from outside, the pale, skeletal thing, wasn't a monster. It was a guardian. It was hunting the parasite that was hiding in the gas station. The guardian and the parasite collided in an explosion of gore and violence right in the center of the store. The police officer, realizing the path was clear, scrambled through the broken door. "Kid, run." Elias didn't need to be told twice. He scrambled over the glass, sprinting out into the rain, into the parking lot. He looked back one last time inside the neon-lit box. The two entities were tearing each other apart. The manager saw Elias escaping. It shrieked in frustration, a long black tentacle shooting out the door, missing Elias's ankle by inches. Elias dove into the police cruiser. The officer slammed on the gas. As they sped away down Route 66, Elias looked at the crumpled piece of paper still clutched in his hand. The rain had washed away the ink of the rules, leaving only a watermark on the back of the page, a symbol, a circle with a line through it, a containment seal. Elias wasn't an employee. He was the bait, and tonight the bait had escaped.